Hey, it's Jim Chandler with Rock Your Best Vocals. Today, we're going to look at Neskin, Beggin. Somebody requested, well, they didn't request, but they said they're trying to learn Beggin. And I assume they're trying to learn the Neskin version because that's kind of I think that's where the popular, I'm begging you. But that's not exactly it. So when I was thinking like, okay, that's maybe a combination of what I'm hearing on the thing. I'm just kind of interpreting. But anyway, let's get into Neskin, okay? Because I think the guy, now I'm going to call him the guy because I don't know his name, and forgive me, I don't know that much about them other than the fact that I've sat there trying to make sure I pronounce the name right for the last 5 minutes. Neskin. Anyway, yeah. Amazing singer. His voice is so cool. Particularly on the first album, which his voice is just so cool. Particularly on the first album, which I want to take a little listen around to a couple of the tracks on there because his voice is just so cool. I just want to kind of like do a little bit of a run through. And then we'll look at Beggin and we'll address it kind of line by line how, I can hopefully get a little bit of his sound and hopefully emulate that and then show you what I'm doing so that maybe that will help you. Let's jump into it and start listening to some of this stuff off of the first record, which is, what's it titled? I think it's just titled Neskin. Let's go back to see discography. Choosen is the actual name of it, and there's the title track is Choosen. So let's have a listen to see how cool his voice is.
Hi everybody, this is Neskin. You're listening to Choosen. Listen clear now, baby. Yeah.
To Choosen, you can hear in his voice. To Choosen. He's got that almost like a road worn Telecaster vibe about his voice. That's the way I kind of hear. So there's this whole album, he really sings in that feeling of like that kind of road worn sound of his voice. It's just crazy. It's amazing. I love it.
Don't even know what it means.
Now, okay, it doesn't sound exactly like him, but he's got that. There's a lot of fry sound. You don't even know what I mean. Real kind of, that's a vocal fry. You don't even know what I mean. So I'm emulating that by kind of just, I'm taking a deep breath in and I'm kind of just not trying to let air out. Now there's a little bit of, I'm letting a little bit of coloring of the air out, to try and get a little bit more of that sound, but I'm really kind of trying to restrict the air out. It's like I'm taking a deep breath, like I'm underwater, and then just okay, so hopefully that helps get that little bit of let's listen to the next track.
I am walking down.
You could hear that. So that's the fry. Fry is like when you first wake up in the morning. A lot of it has to do with support. Now, he has great support. And if you want to know everything that you need to know about support, I put a new course together. It's called Singing Support Secrets. Right now, it's totally free. Click the link down below, and you, my friend, can get that for free and know everything that there is to know about support. Everything that you could scrape from the internet, all put together in one course on one page. That's support. He has a really good support. And you can see that when he's performing that he has like, anyway, like when he has his shirt off, you can see that he's not collapsing his good wide ribs. And that's something that I will teach in that series, Singing Support Secrets. Download it, it's down below. You won't be disappointed. Even if you are, it's free. So, sorry. So let's listen to a little bit of the next
io vengo dalla luna che il cielo vi attraversa e trovo inopportuna la paura per una cultura diversa.
I'm not even going to try that. But let's get on to the next track, which is Beggin, okay? So, because this is what you really wanted, right? Okay. Anytime I take a new singer that I'm not completely familiar with and don't sing a lot, I like to take it line by line and just really listen to the sound that they're doing and try to kind of figure out how to work that in my mouth, lungs, vocal cords, with the fry and all that sort of stuff, if I'm using my false folds or kind of whatever. So he's got a breathy onset there. Put your loving hand out, baby. Let's see. So that's breathy. There's a good breath, as opposed to me if I was to hold my breath back. He's put your love, and it's really kind of, I feel that in the top of the back of my throat. Put your loving hand out, baby. So it's fry with a little, it's a kind of a, so if you want to make that sound, you put your loving hand out. So he's breathy, I think, through that whole kind of bit. Let's see. Okay, so he goes into a little bit of a cry mode there. Hand out, baby. Put your loving hand out, baby. That's something else I appreciate. I appreciate about him is that he's got good nasal resonance as well. The way he sings on this first release really kind of uses a lot of breath, but I think he has a good management of that outward of breath where it's not too much to where he's gonna like harm his vocal cords, because if you push too much air out your vocal cords, you will do damage to them. So, but I think he's got it under control. I think he knows how to sing. So he's a real strong begging. I'm begging. It allows you to rest a little bit easy on that full breath of air as opposed to kind of trying to push out. So we don't want to push as much as just allow, okay?
I'm begging you.
I'm begging you. I'm begging you. So that's, let's go back. That's great bit there.
Begging you.
I'm begging you.
Begging you.
I'm begging you.
So put your loving hand out.
So put your loving hand out. So he really addresses that. Really, hand out, baby. So put your loving hand out, baby. Darling, sorry. So put your loving hand out, darling. But if we take that deep breath, we don't have to think about pushing. So that's the primary thing with support. We don't want to push so much as allow. So we're not pushing a lot of air out. So again, if you take my Singing Support Secrets course, you'll learn everything that I'm doing in here more in depth. Really with that air that he's pushing through there. It's really a hand out, baby. And we can also address, sometimes I like to think about, I'm taking a big deep breath and I'm just kind of like saying the phrase on the top of the breath and like not pushing any air out. Now he's pushing a little choice bit of air out, but very carefully. So put your loving hand out, darling. So put your loving hand out, darling. I'm just saying that on top. And it really allows you to kind of color and play with the word because you're not focused on where to push from or blah, 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 whatever. You're just really kind of saying the, so put your loving hand out, darling. So put your loving hand out, darling. You could really kind of even get a little bit more. I was kind of even over accentuating it to show you that. So put your loving hand out, darling. Darling. So put your loving hand out, darling. Allows you to color without pushing or damaging your voice because you're just really resting on that and you're just saying that at the top of your, okay, so this next line, I love this. Riding high when I was king. Riding high. So he does like that. High. Right. Riding high when I was king. When I was king. Let's go back to that. Riding high when I. Riding high. Riding high. It puts a little bit more kind of distortion on that. Riding high when I was riding high when I was king. When I was king, I played hard and king. Okay, so he really closes down and makes that king. Riding high when I was king. Really forward placement, really small, like king. When I was king. He's very, like I said, he has very good a very good forward placement, a very good nasal resonance, which allows him it's really open, allows him to get like a little bit of a throaty with that openness of the nasal resonance, and the frontal placement to really just color it up. Just wonderful sounds coming out of this guy's voice. I played it hard and fast, like everything. Oh, listen to that. I played it hard. It's very open. I played it hard. I played it hard and fast, like everything. I played it hard and fast, but I had everything. I played it hard. I played it hard and fast because I had everything. So we're trying to keep that airflow, that feeling. I played it hard and fast because I had everything. I walked away. You want me then? Okay, so there he kind of feels like it sounds like he's holding that back in a way that's like. I walked away. You want. I walked away. I walked away. But you, let's see.
Walk away. You want me then?
But you want me then? I walked away. But you want me then? It's like you can hear that. I walked away. But you want me then? He's not really like kind of. I walked away. But you want me then? It's really kind of held back.
Want me then?
But you want me then?
But easy come and easy go and it wouldn't.
But easy come and easy go and it wouldn't. So this part.
I bleed, you let me go. Yeah, anytime I feel you got me, no. Anytime I see you let me know. But the plan and see, just let me go. I'm
not even gonna address that. That's just too fast for me.
I need you to understand.
To understand. I need you to understand.
I need you to understand.
I need you to understand. To understand. There's that fry. I need you to understand. He's very playful with that, kind of rolling into the. I need you to understand.
Tried so hard to be your man.
Tried so hard to be your man.
An empty shell.
I love that. The way he pronounces that. The way he uses the airflow and the nasal resonance. That an empty. Oh, I love that. Let's listen to that again, man. I gotta get that.
An empty shell. An empty shell.
An empty shell.
An empty shell.
An empty shell.
An empty shell.
An empty shell. An empty shell.
An empty shell.
There's a little bit of that pushing the fry. An empty shell. It's that.
An empty shell.
An empty shell. He's able to transition back and forth between that open nasal. An empty shell. An empty shell.
An empty shell.
An empty shell. Okay, so he's cutting that shorter. See, that's why I kind of really like to listen to it over and over again, because if I just breeze over it, I tend to assume certain parts of it, just the kind of the way of my brain interprets stuff. I don't think it's just me. Let me know in the comments below if you also do that, where you kind of gloss over something because your mind hears it in a little certain way or something. So I don't know, man. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just crazy. I have a tremendous amount of kind of natural fry / false fold distortion. I'm trying to kind of overcome that a little bit to get a little bit more of that open sound that he has. But
an empty shell. I used to be.
I used to be an empty shell. I used to be. This is where, for me, I feel like I have to kind of pull up to get up on top of that. An empty shell. I used to be. Okay, so I think I've beaten the dead horse enough out of that one. So I think that kind of gives you a little bit of help in terms of kind of what you can do, hopefully, to sound a bit more like that. If that's what you're trying to go for, it's that kind of use the nasal resonance, use that huh, 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 and then with the fry, an empty shell, an empty shell. It's that that feeling, that there's that kind of fry buzzer, an empty shell. So it's if you can make that So that's going to require that support. Again, if you haven't clicked that, go take it now, download it, and I'll see you there. Rock your best vocals where your best keeps getting better. Thank you.